April 2nd, 2026 is the date. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Figure Four Podcast. My name is Doug, the big 5-0 for me. 50 years old, half a century. I am old as shit, older than dirt, older than everything you can think of. This episode, it's going to be a Road to WrestleMania 2.0. Just like the last episode, only a little bit better. A lot more matches announced. Donnie and I go through the card that we have up until now. This is only Thursday. There's still SmackDown, and we're a few weeks away from WrestleMania. We hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to discuss the matches, and we're also going through the WWE Hall of Fame. I haven't been this stoked for a Hall of Fame class in a very long time. The show is going to be great, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it. So again, as of this date, SmackDown is still tomorrow. So there's still more stuff that could happen. We'll start off with John Cena hosting WrestleMania, which will be a little bit different, but I think he'll do a good job as a host. He can get himself over pretty good. The World Heavyweight Championship. And again, we talked about this the last show. We'll just go through this quick. CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I think the way things are going, and it's getting like almost personal. Well, it's getting very personal with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. It's looking as though the bloodline is going to reform, to me anyway. But what they got to do with this fight, and I'm still going with Roman. Roman is taking that World Heavyweight Championship. But the way things are going, they've got to make this match a street fight. Like anything goes. It's just getting to that point. They're putting themselves through tables and just like do what you got to do. Go for the jugular. And now that like the Usos have been involved, make it a street fight and get it over with.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, we talked, oh my God, a long time ago about how like a feud used to be finished, like how they would cap it off, and it used to be in a steel cage. Cages don't really mean anything anymore.
No, they don't.
So I think you're right. I think you just got to make this, no holds barred, anything goes. And after the dust settles, whoever's left standing is the champ. And as much as it's the one belt that Roman has held yet, the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
But I don't think Punk's run is done just yet. I still think that there's still something there. Maybe once Seth comes back, maybe they can continue on down that road for the title. I don't know, but I won't be surprised if Roman comes out on top in this. I don't think we've seen the last of Punk.
I think we have. And again, it's good that we actually disagree for once, because normally we agree on everything. I don't know. He's done a good job. He can get himself over on the microphone. For an old dude, he can still go. Has he lost a step? Maybe. So is Roman. So is Seth Rollins. A lot of guys have. Father Time will always win that match.
Yeah.
But it's not that he hasn't done a good job. I think if it wasn't for the fact that he was so good on the mic, I don't think he would have kept the title as long as he has. And like I said, I think if it's true with the bloodline and stuff, they need a trophy for that figurehead to have. You can't bring back the bloodline and not have the figurehead have a trophy.
Yeah.
It'd be like Ric Flair almost looked naked in the Four Horsemen without a World Heavyweight Championship. It just looked out of place. But you never know. Anything can happen. Going on to the next one. Again, we talked about this last match. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is another one that's getting kind of personal. Did you watch Monday Night Raw?
I watched parts of it. I didn't catch the whole thing because I had it the next day.
Stephanie came out and was talking to Cody, and this version of Cody Rhodes, she said, can't beat this version of Randy Orton. And, it was almost like she's trying to light a fire under him, like she was insulting him almost a little bit. Cody talked about driving with Randy back in the day and making sure, like making drug references and all that stuff on Randy Orton. So it's like that's getting personal as well. But there's no doubt in my mind, and I called it that night that Drew was defending the championship against Cody on SmackDown. I texted you and said, Cody is winning this match. He's going to fight Randy Orton. Randy Orton's going to turn heel. I called it that night when before SmackDown started. And I think there's no doubt Randy is going to win the WWE championship. There's no doubt in my mind. And I think either him or Cody or him and Drew or all three of them are going to be involved with the world championship title, with the WWE championship title, just to get Randy that much closer to at least tie John Cena.
Right.
That's what I think.
You know, I was looking at this match going into it, and we're seeing Randy is starting to dip into that old bag of tricks. We're seeing the Viper coming back.
Yeah.
If Randy matches his peak status, what he was before, you know, like go back 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like that Randy Orton. If we get that Randy Orton at WrestleMania, it doesn't matter what version of Cody Rhodes shows up.
No.
Cody can go to the darkest place, and I still don't think it's going to be enough to beat this version of Randy Orton. I got Randy coming out with number 15.
100%.
He's been talking about it for a long time. My main concern was that they were going to turn this into a triple threat, and I'm just like, no, you can't do that.
You can't. That would ruin the match.
Yeah.
It would ruin it. I think Cody and Randy is going to be a wicked match, whatever night it is. Yeah. It's going to be an awesome match. I can see that. I can see it being the main event of night 2. But yeah, it's going to be probably one of the better matches of WrestleMania, because as vanilla as I think Cody is, and I'm not insulting him. Like, it's just, that's another guy I'd love to see turn heel. I've seen Cody heel, and he can do a good heel as a world champion. But it's just the kissing babies and you know, like,
the current brand has run its course.
Yeah, you got to turn him heel, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Who is the mystery caller that Randy Orton has been talking to?
I've been wondering this. I'm going Kevin Owens. If you look at the shirts that he's been wearing to the ring, and some people have popped this out on social media, the KO in RKO is covered in blood, or there's blood on it. I'm like, what are the odds that those are the only 2 letters in RKO? I'm like, and then all of a sudden he starts talking to someone on the phone. I'm going with KO.
Yeah, it could be anyone. Like, I even thought, fuck, is there a way to slide Vince McMahon in here? No, can't be possible. And then I was like, it's got to be someone, a veteran, obviously. I thought Ted DiBiase. It's going to be someone that's going to help Randy win the world championship. This is not going to be a clean pinfall. It's not going to be a clean submission. It's going to be someone that's going to help Randy. At first, I thought maybe Triple H.
Yep.
But Triple H came out, broke him up. I don't know how Trips' heart is. Special referee. Maybe turn on Cody and help Randy Orton.
What about Dave Bautista?
No.
You think Dave is officially done?
Oh yeah, he's done. He's lost so much weight, he's almost unrecognizable. He is not the animal anymore. Nowhere near it. He's like 240 pounds now.
We'll have to keep an eye on SmackDown tomorrow night. I'm curious to see what, like, something else is going to happen, because it's like we're getting close. We're getting close to Mania.
There's a little cliffhanger, and it's whoever Randy is talking to. Let's keep going. WWE Women's Championship, Jade Cargill and Rhea. This is not going to be, and again, we talked about this last show. This is not going to be a good match. Jade Cargill cannot wrestle. What is this going to be? Her third title defense since she won the title? I don't even know. Second, third?
Second or third.
It's not going to be a good match. I think they just need to, Rhea needs to beat her, put the title on Rhea. Goodbye, Jade, or keep her in a tag team. Like she looks like $1 million. The entrance is great, but the woman can't wrestle. Put her in a tag team, keep her in a tag team where she's a powerhouse wrestler. She is absolutely no good as a world champion. They always say never. I'm saying never. She will never win another WWE Women's Championship. She might be US champion, maybe even a world heavyweight champion before she's done with WWE, but she'll never have another WWE title.
You know, go back, Jesus, probably about a year now. And we did a show leading up to Mania, or it was probably just after Mania. Jade had been there, and they were doing the cameos, and they were doing the promos and all this kind of stuff. And we were talking about it, like, okay, you brought her in for X amount of money. You got to do something with her.
Oh, the buildup was great.
And the buildup was good. And then it's just like,
But she wasn't any good in AEW either. That's why she didn't last. We're not privy to what goes on behind closed doors, but man, to watch her in the ring, she's stiff as hell. There's nothing fluid about the way that she, which is like good because like she doesn't try to deliver like Becky Lynch. It's watching Becky Lynch is just fucking painful. I can't stand her. But and it's good to be stiff. It's good to lay it in a little bit. I don't think she goes so stiff to hurt people. Like, ooh, geez, that stung a bit, but not hurt them, which is good. This is not ballet, and that's what the women's division needs. But it's everything else. She's just not good.
Yeah. Who do I got coming out in this match? I'm going with Mommy. I think they're putting the belt back on her. Jade can go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, when Rhea had the World Women's Championship belt, like, she was a fighting champ. I want to see what she can do now with
the WWE title. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Let's face it, nowadays a title is a title. It doesn't matter which one it is. They could put the men's Intercontinental title on Rhea, and it's still just a belt. But at least Rhea will walk around as a champion. Not that Jade is not. Again, the presentation is great, but eventually that goddamn bell's got to ring.
Yeah.
The Women's World Heavyweight Championship, Stephanie Valkyrie and Liv Morgan. Going to be good. It will be a good match. I don't know who to take in this yet. I'm like 51-49 for Liv, just by a hair. And I don't know why. Stephanie is a great wrestler. She absolutely looks like $1 million. Yum. But there's just, I don't know, as women's world heavyweight champion, and it's not her fault. I don't know what I was expecting with her as as women's world champion.
Right.
I think I expected something a little bit more dominant, but it's not her fault. It's the opponents and not even real storylines since she's won that belt. This one with Liv is the biggest storyline she's had since being world heavyweight champion, women's world heavyweight champion. If I had to, I will go with Liv. Like I said, 51-49. And the only reason is because I think the return matches are going to be friggin' awesome. There's a few different things that they can do as far like match wise and ending wise goes. But if Stephanie winds up, I think if she winds up losing at WrestleMania, she'll have the belt back by SummerSlam.
I can see that. Looking at what each woman brings to the ring, wrestling wise, I think this is going to be probably one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah.
Myself personally, I got Stephanie coming out on top in this one. Um, just because she just brings something, I don't know, but then at the
It's
same
that
time you got
ass.
to
It's that ass.
you also got to go back and look at who Liv has in her corner. She's got the Judgment Day or whatever's
And
left of it.
that's it. Like and you know what? When I said I was going to go with Liv 51-49, I didn't even think of the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I didn't even factor them in. I think and it's not that I don't enjoy seeing Stephanie with the women's championship. I do. I think she's a great champion. There's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's just the returns and like you were talking about before, the battles. Like you build up a story and you have a battle. Like, remember Hogan and Orndorff back in the day? That seemed like
man.
it went on for like a year, and I think it did.
Oh yeah.
I think it
I think it did.
almost 6 months, 8 months for sure. But I think this is going to be good. Stephanie coming out, I won't be disappointed if she did. But there's just something, I don't know why. Maybe it's because Liv just came back and the whole thing with the Judgment Day, now that Finn is out.
Yep.
The Judgment Day is being talked about again. And we're going to talk a little bit more on that shortly about Judgment Day. But yeah, so you've got Liv, or you've got Stephanie coming out. I've got Liv. Okay. Intercontinental Championship match. Penta, Javon Evans, Rusev, and Dragon Lee, and JD McDonough. What is the retarded stepchild in this match?
I've been praising this guy's.
No, seriously, you got to answer this. What is the retarded stepchild in this match? Look at those names. And what just makes you say, what the fuck? Why?
I have to say Rusev.
Yes. Why the fuck is he in there? I understand, okay, like there's history and Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, and JD McDonough. Fantastic. Rusev is just going to be the pylon that's going to fuck up one good move in that match. Oh, look at these two. Something great's going to happen. Oh, the big hairy guy is there again. Yeah. Like he's, but all these guys, I mean, aside from Rusev, I'm not a big Rusev guy, if you couldn't tell. The match is going to be a holy shit match. Of course it is.
Big time.
Rusev, like I said, he's just the stepchild in it. It's going to be, he'll add a little high impact while everyone else is high flying.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because he's still young, but there's something tells me Javon Evans is going to walk away with that Intercontinental Championship. I think he's just too good, and he very well could, over.
Man. He very well could, and I've been singing his praises since the minute that he got called up from NXT. We've done multiple shows on it. He's a high flyer, can pull off moves. So I'm just like, how in the fuck can a human body move that way?
Yep.
But I think he just needs to put on just a bit more size.
He does, because this whole high flying thing looks good, but as you get older, you can't be doing that your whole career. I mean, Ray did it, but as he got older, he couldn't do other things that he used to do. So he had to like pivot a little bit. Yeah. Javon's got to put on weight because like I said, you can't do that for your whole career, dude. You just can't. He's too tall and lanky. That's just going to start causing injuries if you fuck up one move. But yeah, I get you. He needs to put on like 10, 15 pounds at least. Yeah. But this kid is just, how old is he? 23?
23, 24, something like that.
Like he's got a long, great future ahead of him. Like I said, the human body's not supposed to do what he does.
No. And I mean, as long as he knows his limits, he is going to, like you said, he's going to have a very long career. I just doesn't do anything stupid that's going to derail that.
Like, and I hope WWE doesn't do anything stupid, like putting him with the fucking New Day.
Oh,
That's
no,
been
no,
kind
no,
of
no,
like
no.
over the last few weeks. It's like, don't you fucking dare. Don't you
No.
dare. You're going to waste another talent like you did with Austin Theory, putting him with that idiot for a few years.
Oh,
You
Jesus, yeah.
know, like,
Let him. He needs to plant his own roots. He doesn't need to be part of a faction right now. Maybe down the road, who knows?
yeah,
But right now,
down the road. Yeah.
let him get his feet wet. Let him learn his own thing in the ring before you try and stick him with someone else. Because I guarantee you, try and put him with the wrong group,
It's
like
going to
the New
ruin
Day.
him. It's going to ruin
It'll
him.
ruin him.
Yeah. There are certain guys that just don't need a faction. John Cena did not need a faction. Nope. Even guys like in the beginning, maybe Randy Orton needed a faction, but second, third generation wrestler, whatever. Yeah. It's in his blood. He just needed to be, like pointed in the right direction. But so who do you have coming out? I kind of got off topic. Who do you have coming out of this Intercontinental title match with the belt? I mean, any of these guys, with the exception of Rusev, could potentially walk out with the Intercontinental title. And I think all of them, again, with the exception of Rusev, would be a damn good Intercontinental champion. I just think I'm giving that edge to Javon because he's over.
Nothing to take away from Penta because he's a great in-ring personality.
Hell yeah.
I'm going JD McDonough.
You're going with JD.
I think it's time that JD gets a little bit of extra limelight shone on him. And I want to see him as a singles.
That would be interesting to see JD. And again, he deserves it, man. After like I said, after that night that he hit the back of his head and came back and had, in my opinion, one of the best matches he had at that point in his WWE career, all fucked up.
And he kept going.
And kept
going. What the fuck?
But that would be cool to see him win the Intercontinental title and go back to Judgment and say, yay, I did it. And Dom be like, dick, like.
Okay, this is just me spitballing, and I'll make it quick, and then we can keep on going with the other matches. I've got JD coming out of that match as the champ.
Okay.
Him and Finn, I mean, obviously Finn's out of the Judgment Day now. Him always looking up to Finn, coming up through the ranks, teacher and student.
Yep.
You're going to see an Intercontinental tag team match between JD and Finn at some point after WrestleMania. That's what I'm calling.
I could see that. I could see that 100%. Like I said, any of these guys, with the exception of Rusev, deserve the Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental title was always known as the working man's title.
Yep.
And all of these guys they can work. Even Rusev can work. He just doesn't belong in this match. Like I said, he's the retarded stepchild. Women's Intercontinental title match. Becky versus AJ Lee. Don't give a fuck. Go ahead and talk.
So my working theory on this, AJ has come back now. She's been back for a little while. She's not back for the long run. She's essentially semi-retired at this point.
Yeah.
At first I was like, okay, so she's going to take the belt off of Becky. Becky's going to take some time off, be a mom, whatever. Brush her kids' teeth at some point. But now I see that we've got AJ and Becky in a rematch. I think you're going to see Becky end up taking the belt back, and AJ Lee is just going to go away again.
For a little bit. I totally, I see Becky. I agree with you. Becky's going to win the Intercontinental title back, and AJ will go away for a bit. She'll be back and forth, I think, but she won't regain the Intercontinental title.
No,
I don't think so. And it's not a knock on AJ. I mean, she always gets cool pops. I liked her even when she was crazy, like back in the day. I always thought a lot of AJ. She's so little, and being so little, she was kind of limited. Yeah. But what she did, there's an old saying, less is more. And AJ did it well. Where Becky tries to go over the top, and it's just, oh my God, I hate you. Go away. Like, I thought she was gone forever, and then she came back, and my ass got itchy, and it hasn't stopped itching since. But I don't want to waste any more time on this match. I agree with you. Becky's walking out with the Intercontinental title. The United States Championship. Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. I am looking forward to this match because Sammy's got an edge. He's not full-blown heel, but he's starting to realize the nice guy finished last. And I like being a champion, but I got to be dirty.
Yep.
And yeah. But that being said, I'm going with Trick Williams to win the United States Championship, and Sammy's going to go off his fucking rocker. Sammy's going to lose it.
I think this is going to be the match that's finally going to make Sammy I think he's going to be committed after this match because, like you said, he's been doing the good guy thing and being friends with Cody, and he's best friends with everybody backstage. And I will say, him and oh God, the guy that his nuts came out of his what the hell is his name?
I know who you mean.
They had some really good matches.
Yeah.
I can see this being the match that's just going to break Sammy. Trick, I've said this before, I think he's coming up way too quick. He's getting too hot too quick. I think they need to pump the brakes with him. But if Sammy just ends up winning that U.S. title and then he ends up losing it to Trick Williams at WrestleMania, Sammy's going to lose his shit.
He's going to train wreck. He's just going to train wreck, and he's going to go over the deep end, and he's going to fucking hate everybody. And you know what would be awesome? If he's just fed up and he's pissed off at the world and the bloodline gets back together and he goes back with the fucking bloodline. I'll love that. I would
Sammy
love that.
Uso.
But I can't see that happening again. He's been talking too much about how he's going to be a world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
So I can't see him going back with the bloodline because we've already talked about it. We think Roman is walking away with the world heavyweight championship. And if Sammy's going to go full blown heel, go back with the bloodline, that means he's got to turn on Roman, which could possibly put him back in a face turn, depending on what fan you talk to. Right. So Trick is going to walk away with that U.S. championship, but I do agree with you. I think he's being pushed a little too hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go full blown, like don't brake check him. Like keep brake checking him, but don't go full stop on him because he's too hot right now. He comes out and he gets huge pops.
He does.
And the guy is good. Just don't push him to the moon to quit. Let him learn his craft. Like his promos are okay, but they still need a little bit of work.
Yeah.
His in-ring work is good. He's a big friggin' dude.
He's built. He's got the look.
But
there's no doubt about that.
But again, he just got to perfect that craft, right? Like,
yeah.
And again, I'm not saying just keep brake checking him. That's all. So who do you got walking out with the United States Championship?
As much as I hate to say it, I got to go Trick.
You're going Trick.
Just because I want to see what level of DEFCON that Sammy is going to go off at the end of this match, because you know what's going to happen.
It's going to be full blown fuck. He's going to be certifiable. He'll be committed. Women's Tag Team Championship, Fatal 4-Way. The Irresistible Forces versus the Dum Dum Twins versus Alexa and Charlotte versus Bailey and Lara Valkyrie. I hope this match is good. I really, really do hope this match is good. I can't stand the Bella Twins. Everyone knows this. But I will say this. Nikki Bella, since she's come back, is a little bit better than before she left. Brie is still Brie. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I've got the Bellas coming out of this match with the World Tag Team titles, just because it's the actual women's era, right?
Yeah.
We knock down doors, blah, 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 blah. It's the Bella Twins. They're going to, but I got them coming out with the World Tag Team Championship, but they're not going to hold the belts long.
No, I
don't think so.
When this match was first announced to me, this is my equivalent of your take on the Intercontinental title match. Could fucking care less whenever this was first announced.
Yeah. This is almost there for me. It's almost the same. I'm more invested in this one than the Intercontinental title.
Right. Fair enough. I can't stand Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Charlotte and Alexa.
They're ready for splits, Phil.
That needs to be broken up. And I want to see Alexa go heel. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'd love to see her go heel again.
Bayley and Lyra. Bayley's short of talking to voices in her head too, the same as Randy Orton. I mean, like that. It just seems like a weird tag team.
Yeah, this is like a waste. I think this is a waste of the two of them.
Yeah,
this is a waste of the two of them. I think they're there because they need tag teams in the women's division. To be honest with you, I don't think it's a lack of story writing because Lyra and Bayley both are pretty good in the ring.
Yeah. They
can give an okay promo. So finding a storyline for them isn't hard. I think it's just a lack of competition in the women's division. That's why they're there, but it's wasting both of their talents. But like I said, the Dum Dum Twins are going to win the tag team titles, but they're not going to hold them long. And you know who they're going to lose them back to? They're going to lose them back to Nia and Lash.
Probably.
That's what I think.
I'm going with the Bella Twins too. I think you're looking at this as being like one last ride for them kind of thing. Like bring back the Bella Twins as a nostalgia thing. And
100%.
Let's give them a little bit of a push, but not too big of a push. Honestly, the women's division, and this isn't lack of them trying. Like, there's a lot of talent in this match.
There is a lot of talent.
But when you look at the women's tag division, like there really isn't a whole lot there. So bring back the Bellas. Like I said, give them a little nostalgia push, and take them off the mat just as quick as they go on, like on a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown or whatever. And I'm not going to be surprised if it's Jax and Lash.
Yeah, 100%.
That take them back.
The unsanctioned match, Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. I don't know how to feel about this. Poor Drew, he just keeps getting screwed as far as that WWE championship goes. It'll be hard hitting, I guess. But Jacob needs a big match too. Like he's been kind of like, he was the werewolf. He's like, keep it one, honey. Like the street boss, like the badass, but he's just kind of floundering since he came back. He was hurt for a bit. He lost some sizzle. He needs a big match because he needs to be pushed. And I just hope the match is good. They can both put on a good match. I just hope it's a match that flatters both of their styles. You know what I mean? It's unsanctioned, so it's got to be high impact and hard hitting. There's got to be a WrestleMania moment in there, is what I'm saying.
I'm going to say 75 to 80% of this match is either going to be in the back parking lot or it's going to be fought in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The only time that you're going to see a pin or a submission is when they finally get into the ring, obviously closer to the end of the match. I'm actually anticipating the both of them just beating the doors off of each other. Like you said, Jacob, since he's been back, he's lost that fizzle, that whatever made him that loose cannon,
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be the type of match to actually pull that out of him. Drew, oh God.
I feel so bad for this guy. Like, WWE is fucking doing him dirty.
They really are. They put the belt on him. They take it off. They put another belt on him. He has it for about a month. They take it off. Like, it's almost like they don't know what to do with him as champ, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. He can be a world champion, but we don't want to keep the belt on him too long.
Yeah.
And give him a chance to see what he can do. There's enough baby faces out there that he can have a few good matches with, a couple of good title defenses, right? Like,
you know what I relate Drew, or who I should say who Drew reminds me of, and it's why he never got a push as the world heavyweight champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. Not wrestling style, but just how he's being treated. Like, okay, we'll put something on you. We'll see how you run with it for a little bit.
Yeah. He didn't even get a fair shake with the Intercontinental title.
Not really.
He had to go to WCW, and he proved that he could be a world champion.
Yep.
My neighbors, we're in this this group chat, and I don't know why people just can't text people directly. That's the dinging you're hearing, is the group chat. Anyway, sorry about that. It's probably going to keep up. It's a long weekend. It's Easter weekend. Yeah, here we go. Anyway,
I mean, to look at this match, the final outcome, if Jacob wins, then okay, I think he's going to be back on track. If Drew wins, okay, don't fuck this up.
Who do you got coming out though? That's the thing. Like, I've looked at when I was making my notes last night, I went back and I reviewed them. And I went back 2 or 3 times to this. I don't know who to take in this because they both need a big match. They both need a big push. Drew kind of just got a push being world champion or WWE champion for like a month and a half or whatever the fuck it was. Jacob's been out a while, lost a little fizzle, needs a big comeback, but they both need a big match. I honestly don't know. With this match and being unsanctioned, I could totally see it being thrown out. Like the referee just stops it.
Yeah.
Because I can't pick a winner in this. And that's the honest, it's the first time I can't pick a winner.
The only reason that I'm going to go with Drew in this match is because there's so many times that he can say, screw this, I quit. How many times has he taken his ball and quit?
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
That angle's getting old. Just because of that, I got Drew coming out of this on top. Not to say that Jacob's not going to put on a good show, because I think this match is going to get bloody.
Yeah, it has to. They need color in this.
Absolutely. I think Jacob's going to put on a great match, but I got Drew coming out on top.
Let's go right over Brock Lesnar and Obafemi.
Oh my God.
This is not going to be a Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels match. This is not going to be technical. This is going to be hard hitting. This, I don't think Obafemi is ready yet to be the next big thing in WWE. He's getting there.
He's getting there.
But he needs more time. That being said, though, I will take him to go over Lesnar at WrestleMania 55-45. When it's close, I got to give numbers. And the only reason is because he's being pushed. But the only way he's going to be the next big monster in WWE is to beat the Beast right now.
Right.
Everyone knows Brock Lesnar's career is on the south end.
Yeah, it's on the backside.
So, but he can still go. But they need a full-time monster in WWE. And that's why I went with Oba a little bit. But eventually he's going to need a character change as well.
Here's a question for you. Now, I've been kind of fighting with this since this match was actually first announced. So Heyman always needs to have a big guy. Like he's always had a big guy. He's had Brock, he's had Roman, like go down the list. I mean, he's got the Bronze. Mind you, they're both out injured right now. Does Heyman hitch his cart to Obafemi to take him to that next level?
Not yet. Like I said,
okay.
He's not ready for the big time, if you want to call it, to be the figurehead, to be literally the next big. He's not going to be the next. He is going to be the next Brock Lesnar. He's not there yet. And I think Heyman right now, they don't want to throw any more at him, even with it, with the vision, because eventually Braun Breaker is going to be back.
Yep.
You know, like they're going to be healthy again. They just won the tag team titles.
Yep.
So it doesn't make any sense putting Obafemi with Paul Heyman, because when Braun Breaker comes back, he's going to be the figurehead of that.
Right.
And Obafemi is literally going to overshadow him. So it wouldn't make any sense yet for Paul Heyman to be with Obafemi. Now this one that was kind of thrown out of right field, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. And this is from everything. Oh my God, you guys. This is Seth Rollins, this is from what happened on Monday Night Raw. Gunther and Rollins. It's not going to be a bad match for sure. It's going to be good. I think it'll be pretty good. Gunther won't be able to control the way he has been, like with other guys, like just keep them down, choke them out, work a body part. That's not going to work with Seth Rollins.
Seth knows how to slither around that ring. If he's getting in trouble, he knows when to pull the chute.
I could see this match ending. I mean, Rollins just came back. Gunther's getting back into it to be like the ring general, blah, 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 the career ender. It's not going to be a clean, this isn't, I can't pick a winner. I honestly don't know who to go with. If I have to, it's because Seth Rollins, because he just came back, but it's going to be like a DQ count out. It's not going to be a clean pin. It's not going to be a pin in the ring. I don't think. I thought maybe, Gunther in the Vision, but that wouldn't work either.
No, you got a point there.
Because again, Braun Breaker. They were pushing Braun Breaker. I guarantee you Braun Breaker was going to be world heavyweight champion. I guarantee you before he got hurt. So they're not going to, I think that plan is still in the works. And Braun Breaker, listen, he deserves to be world heavyweight champion. That guy.
Absolutely.
It's in his blood. Yeah. I just hope he counts better than his uncle. But.
We had talked about it, man. Like when he was making noise down in NXT.
Yeah.
Go back 3 years ago, like when he was still down in working NXT. Like we got on shows and we're like, how is this kid not been brought up yet?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and now he's here. And listen, that dude is just, Connor McDavid can skate and he's fast. I'm convinced Braun Breaker, if you had Connor McDavid on the ice and Braun Breaker on a track and tell them go, Braun Breaker can keep up with Connor McDavid.
Oh, probably, yeah.
This guy, he's got the look. He can talk. He's got the attitude. He's got it, as Paul Heyman used to say. So Gunther going, I thought, even with Paul Heyman smiling, but it's enough to make you question, like, ooh.
Yep.
Is there something here? But I don't think there is. I think it's just Gunther going in. It was definitely a match thrown together, 100%.
Yeah.
Gunther didn't have a match. Rollins didn't really have an opponent because all the Vision is hurt. Let's throw them together. It'll be okay. But like I said, I don't think it's going to be a clean finish. Count out, disqualification, whatever the fuck. Finn,
I got off from my two cents on the outcome of this match, man. You know I'm a Rollins guy. Seth is my boy.
Yeah.
But I just don't see him. I don't see him with beating Gunther. I'm not a Gunther fan. I've never made any qualms about that. Everyone knows I'm not really a Gunther guy.
Yeah.
Seth is my boy, but I got Gunther coming out on top.
Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. I love Dominic. I love Dominic. He can't, his interviews and his promos suck, but he's pretty good in the ring. I'll give him that. He does enough to make you hate him and stay invested in him. I love him. Finn Balor is good too, but Finn's getting old.
He's getting up there.
Finn is getting up there. They got to do something with Finn, especially now that he's not in Judgment Day anymore.
Yeah.
Where this is going to go, who knows? But honestly, this isn't, whether Judgment Day gets involved or not, this is like a Raw or SmackDown match.
Yeah.
But I understand they've got to do something with him. I hope Finn gets a push. I really do. He was the very first WWE Universal Champion and had to forfeit the title 24 hours later because he blew his shoulder out. His shoulder exploded. But I hope he gets a push. Him and JD were good together, but Finn is good on his own too.
Yeah.
And even like the whole demon thing, yeah, that's cool every now and then, but I don't think it's needed. Just adds a little bit more aura to a match. But yeah, it's
not needed full time. It's not needed full time.
No.
And from time to time.
And he never did use it full time. But even from time to time, I don't think it's needed because it's still Finn Balor. Like he's not going to go around like Tama Tonga. Like it's just, I don't know. It's Finn Balor. You're good enough that you don't need a gimmick, dude. Are you okay?
I almost choked on my drink.
But no, I don't know. I hope I love Dominic and I always say that, but I hope Finn goes over because I want to see Finn get a push. I don't want to see him pushed off to the side now that he's not in Judgment Day. They got to find something for Finn and put him somewhere because he deserves that. I
think so. And I mean, looking at this from like just a straight wrestling match, I actually do have high hopes for this. Like I want to see Finn and Dom. I want to see this to be like a pure wrestling match because Dom comes from wrestling history.
Dom can go. Dom's a good wrestler.
Dom can go. And like you said, I mean, Finn does need a push. Dom is where he needs to be.
Oh yeah. Dom is set. Like he's good. He's good. Eddie will never die.
No, God, no. Neither will his mullet. I've got Finn coming out of this just because the heat with the Judgment Day right now, and I think he's going to come out and he's not going to take any prisoners. 2 cents.
Yep. 100%. I agree. Now, as I was making these notes, I was just jotting stuff down. Again, right now, this is April 2nd. As I said in the intro, my 50th birthday. I'm officially old. This is Thursday night. There's still SmackDown, and we still got time. We're still a little bit away from WrestleMania, so there's still stuff to happen. We're still waiting on the World Tag Team Championships. We don't know what's going on there. What do you think of Danhausen? I love it when someone turns around and they jump. They're like, oh, he's like, ah.
I'll admit, like they were hyping up this crate, and I'm just like, who the hell could be coming out of this crate?
I knew it was going to be him. I think I fucking called it. And I never liked him before, but now that I'm watching him, like I like Danhausen. I actually was around work, and the guys were. It could be something stupid, like there was a screw pissing me off. Oh, won't come out, will you? Well then, you are cursed. I cursed a screw.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw him, just like all this hype for nothing. Like, I will admit he's growing on me. I will admit he's starting to grow on me. I've never seen any of his AEW matches. I'll have to go on and see if I can find them.
I never saw one match he was in. I've always just watched his interviews. That's it.
From the comedic standpoint, yeah, he's a pretty funny guy, and he, like I said, he's grown on me. But at first, I was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. With what happened on Raw, talking about LA Knight, it was Speed that actually cost. Well, it was Speed that gave the tag team titles to Logan Paul and Austin Theory by accident. I could see, I mean, he cracked LA Knight by accident. I could see Speed versus LA Knight at WrestleMania, which I wouldn't mind watching. Have you seen any of the training clips with Speed and Sheamus?
Not yet, no.
Oh, you got to go check him out, man. Like, I'll give it to Speed. Like, he wanted to see what it was like to be a wrestler. So Sheamus has been training him, and he's putting in the work. And I like Speed. He's funny. He reminds me of Smokey off of Friday. I love Speed. I love what? I love Speed.
Speed, you're going in. What?
I think that's a possibility for WrestleMania. Speed versus LA Knight, possibly.
Man. I go back. Was it Mania? No, Royal Rumble 2 years ago
when Breaker speared him.
I thought that man's soul left his body for at least 20 seconds after he got hit.
If there was ever a time for JR to say, "Good God Almighty, they've killed him," that was the time. He literally looked like he got broken half.
Yeah,
that poor fucker. Adrian was watching it. She was like, "Holy fuck, is he dead?" I'd never seen that was the first time I ever saw a Breaker move like that fast. Yeah. I'd never seen Braun Breaker run like that. And the way he hit Speed, like, holy Jesus, he's got to be dead. But anyway, that's a possibility for WrestleMania as well. Now, Hall of Fame this year, the inductions. I am stoked. It's been a few years since probably since Taker was inducted, that I've been excited for a Hall of Fame induction this year. Demolition, Sid, AJ Styles, Bad News Brown, Dennis Rodman, and Stephanie. I'll say this about the Dennis Rodman thing. Dennis is more deserving than some guys. I've seen some comments on the internet. Rodman was around pretty hardcore and into it with the NWO thing back in the WCW days. Rodzilla.
Yep.
Pete Rose is in there, guys.
Yep.
The gobbledygooker is in there. Dennis Rodman being in there for what he did with the NWO, I got no issue with that whatsoever. But what I am the most excited for is Demolition. This should have happened 15 years ago. They should be apologized to for having the New Day beat their record of being the longest reigning WWE tag team titles. That is fucking insulting. Yep. That the New Day are the longest reigning WWE tag team champions in history. It's bullshit.
We've talked about this until the cows come home, man. Axe and Smash were more deserving as a tag team and what they did for the business.
Yeah.
Over the years. I mean, you want to talk a working man's team. They didn't need Crush.
No, they didn't. The only reason Crush came in was because Axe had got sick overseas. He was promised a position backstage.
Yeah.
As a producer or something on some kind of team, and then it fell through. And he was more or less grooming Crush to be like the new member, and eventually Axe was going to be faded out. That was the plan. And then everything went to shit, and then there was the whole Axe wound up leaving because he got pissed off. And then there was the whole concussion thing, and he was part of the lawsuit suing WWE. So McMahon was like, fuck you. But I mean, for years, man, guys have been screaming, Demolition deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. If you've got the Road Warriors in there, you have to. If you've got the Hart Foundation in there, you've got to have Demolition.
Yeah.
But absolutely, that is one thing I will never forgive WWE for as a wrestling fan, was the fucking New Day beat that are the longest reigning tag team champions, just to stick it so Demolition couldn't have that record. I'll never forgive them for that.
No, I 100% agree with that. I mean, it's good though. They're finally getting in. As they say nowadays, as all the kids are saying, they're finally getting their flowers. Yeah, they're getting in. I'm super happy to see them go in. Sid, I think Sid going in is honestly, it's a little late.
It is late. It is.
I would have
100%.
loved to see him go in before he passed. Like, I think it was way deserving.
Yep, of course it was. He was world champion in WCW. He was world champion in WWE.
Yep.
He was part of the Four Horsemen. Now, he wasn't in the Four Horsemen very long and honestly didn't have a huge impact because he wasn't there long enough. But if it had worked out, and if him and Arn hadn't fucking stabbed each other with scissors and drunk in a hotel, that I mean, just imagine that. Imagine Sid Vicious, Barry Windham, Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair. That could have been a very, very powerful outing.
Yep.
Version of the Four Horsemen. Nothing is ever as good as the original, but man, oh man, you want to talk about just power.
You had guys over the years that were interchangeable parts with the Horsemen. I mean, one guy would be pulled out. Sting was a member at one point. Luger was a member at one point. Chris Benoit was a member at one point. But I think those four that you just rhymed off, yes, there's nothing like the OGs. Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole, Rick. But though that tandem, holy Jesus Christ.
Hard to deal with that. What about AJ? Very deserving. Very deserving. I've been watching
great career.
I've been watching AJ's career since the TNA days. I wasn't familiar with him in his early WCW days, but he was more a jobber anyway.
Yeah.
TNA, he came into his own. That would have been in the early 2000s, but dude's been wrestling 30 years, 25, 30 years.
I'm going to go as far as to say, now you can look at me like I've got 8 heads and 16 eyes. He is probably one of the safest wrestlers that I have seen in the modern era. Like if you're going into the ring for one of your first couple of matches and you're looking for a guy to take care of you in the ring, AJ Styles.
And it's awesome too, because that flying forearm, that phenomenal forearm, that's just poetry in motion when he takes to the air. Like that is so controlled and on point every single time. It's
every time.
Good. It's funny that you mention being safe in the ring. Last night I was on YouTube after I'd made notes for tonight's show, and I found an old shoot interview. It was with Hannibal, and Bad News Brown was on there and talking about safe. Bad News was talking about how Bret Hart said Bret Hart had always said, I've been wrestling like almost 30 years. I never hurt anyone. And Bad News said, oh, I guess he forgot about the 2 fucking concussions he gave me with a steel chair. Like back when they wrestled in Stampede and he was talking about stuff. But yeah, AJ 100% made it look good and was super safe in the ring. 100% deserved. We went through Demolition. We went through Sid. We went through AJ. Bad News. Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Man, him and Bret, they had quite the feud over the years. And I'm only like, I can only remember a handful of matches that they would have on Saturday Morning Superstars.
See, in WWE, it wasn't big. Stampede Wrestling, they had a lot of feuds.
Yeah.
Wicked feuds. We were still young. We were young whenever that happened, but it wasn't exactly mainstream. It was like more local television and TSN. And when you were lucky, when it got older. So a lot of their battles, unless you have like DVDs or something like that, you wouldn't see. He had some great battles with Hogan.
Oh yeah.
He was paired up with Hogan for a while. Him and Bret, not a whole lot. Double cross Bret at WrestleMania 4, smashed up the trophy, or Bret smashed up Bad News' trophy. Hall of Fame worthy. Never had a championship.
No.
I don't know. Did a lot for Stu Hart. He was successful in Stu Hart's territory. He was
a good worker.
He was a good worker. He was a good worker. Yeah. But there's a lot of good workers in wrestling. You know, doesn't mean that you're necessarily deserving of the Hall of Fame.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah. Brawler was a good worker for a jobber.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, I'm happy he's in. He had some good storylines in WWE. I don't know what happened to him, and I'll be the first to admit it, and I didn't look it up. I don't know where his career went after he was done with WWE.
Right.
Kind of there only for a short time. He was there maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
But I'll leave it at that. Hall of Fame worthy? I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
You could debate that, and you could flip on either side of that fence.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, he never won any major championships.
He never won a championship.
Never won a championship.
He never had a belt in WWF.
In terms of being a good heel,
oh, he was a great heel. He was easy to hate.
If you want to go on that merit alone, then yeah, we haven't seen enough, assholes that end up getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
But like I said,
it's mostly all baby faces. But
his career in Stampede, yeah, 100%. If you based it off of Stampede, yes, he belongs in a Hall of Fame. But not a lot of people have seen his stuff from Stampede.
Yeah.
So does that constitute WWE Hall of Fame? Someone thought so. Not for me to say. I ain't judging. I'm not. I didn't see his thing come up. Bad News going into the Hall of Fame, and was like, what the fuck? I didn't say that. I did. Right on. Bad News is going in. All I'm saying is it's debatable if it's warranted. If his career is, and again, I don't know what happened after WWE. I'm just saying it could be debated. Is his career warranted for a Hall of Fame induction? Stephanie McMahon, 100%. Writing crew, talent, head writer at one point, few times. She deserves it, 100%. And that's about all you can really say. She deserves it.
I mean, she had her time in the ring, during the Diva era, and trying to be double champion with her and Triple H. She was the women's champion, Triple H was the heavyweight champion at the time. I think she's done enough in the business and for the business to warrant getting in, and she's probably the only McMahon that I would probably put in. Nothing against Shane.
Oh, maybe Shane will go in someday. Maybe. Vince is going to go in the Hall of Fame too, but it's going to be after he's dead. I would say. He's not going to, and I said this, I don't know how many shows ago. Vince deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame, because without Vince McMahon, there is no professional wrestling.
Yes, they were part of the NWA. They were part of the territories. If it wasn't for the vision that Vince Jr. had, now Senior, he wanted to keep things territorial. Don't rock the boat. Stay within your lane.
Yeah.
Vince had a different vision for how he saw the industry, and if it wasn't for him, and Linda basically mortgaging everything that they had to go into WrestleMania 1, we wouldn't have WWE the way that it is today.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. If it wasn't for Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan, there would be no WWE, WWF. Wrestling would not be as big as it is now without those two men. And like I said, Vince McMahon will go into the Hall of Fame one day, just not while he's alive with everything that's going on right now.
No, I think Stephanie is deserving. I'm looking at the list of all of these guys' names, and I'm just curious. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Taker is inducting Styles, but I don't know who's going to be the ones to induct everybody else. I've been kind of thinking about that. I'm like, does Bischoff induct Rodman?
See, Bischoff inducting Rodman, I can completely see. Taker inducting Styles, can completely see. Bad News Brown, probably a family member. Sid, probably his son, because his son is getting into wrestling and he looks like a monster too. Demolition, I'm still saying it's going to be the New Day that inducts them, because they beat their record for the longest reigning tag team titles, which is another fucking kick in the nuts. Fuck you, WWE, honestly, I'll never forgive them for that. That was the stupidest fucking thing ever.
So going back to last year's inductions, we had our first match that was ever inducted into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Bret versus Austin.
Yep.
Hogan versus Andre this year.
I could see it. I still say, and it better not take a long time to go in, it's got to be Steamboat Savage, WrestleMania 3. The best, just for WWE matches. I'm sorry, I think that match was better than Bret and Austin. Bret and Austin, top 10. Steamboat and Savage, that's a top 3.
Absolutely.
I don't know who's doing the voting or who's picking whatever match to go in. Hogan Andre, trendset wrestling. They needed that at WrestleMania 3. That is what WrestleMania put wrestling on the map. WrestleMania 2, kind of a flop. WrestleMania 3 solidified WWE. They needed Hogan Andre. Top 5. Top 5 of all time. Has to be. Savage and Steamboat is for WWE standards, just WWE wrestling. It's got to be, it was technically sound. It was almost as perfect as you can get. That better go in this year. Hogan Andre, yes, 100% deserves it. But Savage and Steamboat need to go in there before Hogan and Andre. 100%. Michelle Rodriguez, I noticed, seems like she's getting a push the last while. I hope it keeps up because she's been kind of stagnant with the Judgment Day the last couple of years. Actually,
it almost feels as though that she's playing second fiddle, like she's just in the background.
Yeah,
it's time, and I'm going to say the same thing that I said about Finn. It's time that she comes out to the forefront.
Yeah,
and she starts to get her push.
It's Big Mama Cool. She's got to, like, she had a big win on Monday Night Raw. I want to see her get a push because we talked about her a few years ago and how her and Rhea Ripley and how the women's division was in great shape. And then all of a sudden she's just kind of put with the Judgment Day. And she, like you said, she's a side piece. She's just in the background. Everything's been Liv Morgan. So I really hope it's time for Michelle Rodriguez to get a push. I gotta, and I want to say this too. Roman Reigns has got to speed up his fucking entrance. It's getting to the point where the Undertaker's entrance was quicker than Roman Reigns. Jesus Christ, guys, enough is enough. It's like a 7-minute entrance. Like,
I see people hanging over the railing when he's coming down the aisle, and like he pauses at the stage. Everybody's putting their arms up in the air with the ones. By the time he gets halfway down the aisle, people are holding their arms up with their other arm because it's getting tired.
I would be the first one if I was sitting there saying, will you fucking get in the ring and just go? Like, there's only 5 minutes left in the show. Is it going to be a run in and you're going to super punch someone or they're going to kick you and the show's over? Like, fuck off.
He starts walking to the ring with 25 minutes left in the show, and then there's maybe 7 minutes left on the clock by the time that he steps through the ropes.
I'm just so like, I get it. It's, you're the head of the table and you're the tribal chief and I get it. But Jesus Christ, enough is enough, Roman. We know you're the head of the table and you're the tribal chief, but God damn it, get in the ring. And just do something. His entrance at WrestleMania is going to be 10 minutes. I'm calling it now. It's going to be a 10-minute fucking entrance. And that is it, guys. This is our rundown. Call it a WrestleMania rundown part 2 from our last episode. We're still a little bit away. Again, this is Thursday. There's still SmackDown tomorrow, and we got a few more shows before WrestleMania. Shit might change. Until the next time, my name is Doug. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I am out.